Hello everyone! Welcome back for more Let's Play Castlevania Revamped. So, unfortunately I cannot get that heart. There is a way to get that heart, but I don't have the ability yet. Also got plenty of freaking bats. Freaking bat. Die freaking bat. Now we can go to the right, but there's nothing waiting for us there we can do anything about. What we want to do is fall down here and see our first actual power-up that was hiding behind that damn bat. The dynamic strike, which will allow you to hold in position, and if you hit L you'll avoid moving around, but this allows you to actually just do this, and if you hold down in the air, only in the air, you can actually whip down and break some blocks that way. Now we could go to the way I'm seeing right there, but we do not want to do that yet. There are other things. We need to backtrack quite a ways, go through the room of death that I'm going to absolutely hate very soon. Deal with the bat, because this allows us to get some more hearts. And sadly, there's nothing else left in this room. If you look at the little white blocks that are sitting everywhere on the map, those are items that we can uncover in that rough area. But right now, we just have no way to get to a lot of them. I'm going to die horribly right here, and that's going to make me very sad. See what I mean? This is the worst room in existence. Sometimes it helps. Sometimes it gives you the nice chicken pork chop. And sometimes they do too. But now that allows us to get a few more hearts there. So now we're up to 25. And believe it or not, the next weapon we want to get our hands on for the next boss will be the boomerang. The axe is nice, but it's not as good as the boomerang is for dealing with what's going to be coming next. And only $68. That's not a lot of money. That's a little more money. So let's go back this way. Sometimes I manage to pull things off. Nope. Yeah, sadly we can't get that yet. We gotta get another ability before we can get there. Is that the water? Water's not gonna help us at all against the next boss, believe it or not. I thought I grabbed you, damn it. Thought I popped it, but I did not. Now, you see that right there? That is something we cannot break with the whip we have. That is something we need a stronger whip to break. I'd rather have the axe. I don't think there's anything else right around here. Yeah, I can't get anything else, dang it. Oh well. Sadly, that knife is still going to be right in our way, and I'm going to have to jump over it. But yeah, we need a stronger whip to be able to break that block and get whatever goodie is hiding there. If I'm not mistaken, it's more hearts. And it's going to become very obvious very soon. I am by no means a master of this game. I am going to screw up a lot as we play this game. Don't think I'm any good at this. Also, something I haven't made mention of yet. You notice how much faster Simon walks? We have a lot more control over his jumps and such in this game, which kind of really throws me off the old Castlevania formula you see in Castlevania 1 and 2, and I'm pretty sure even 3? Oh well. One of the things we do need to do is build up some money, and to build up money, we need to avoid dying, if at all possible. It's not always easy. And right now, we need to take 2 trips across this bridge. One to get back to the other end of it, which I probably should have done beforehand, but never got around to. I didn't really need that. I didn't have to get that. Didn't have to get that pork chop. But I did want to come all the way over here. I didn't want to take all the extra damage. But we do need to go this way. Okay, not this way. We do need to go up. We do need to go up over here this way. Because we can do that. And now we can actually progress into another part of the dungeon here. Or the other part of the castle, I guess you could say. Because this part of the castle is where the next boss is. Also, if you see up there, there is something up there that we cannot get right now because we have no way to get up there. We will eventually. This game also seems to have a little bit of funkiness with the hitbox. If we can get $500 and the boomerang, that will make the... Okay, the laurel is very useful in the fact that it spends hearts to heal you for 1 point. But you're almost always better off having a sub-weapon that actually attacks. Because, okay, you can have things that will heal you, which is well and good. You can do that. But it's almost always better advised to actually just have a weapon that heals you, that actually attacks instead of healing you. I guess we should talk about spikes since we're actually finally seeing them. Spikes are not an instant death. If you land on spikes, the game will stop for a second, laugh at you, and then put you back on a safe platform after taking away a chunk of health. But it will not kill you automatically for landing on spikes. We are going to take advantage of this at some point in time. Just not quite yet. Meet the eyeballs. I think they call these beholders. They do. Let's see, which way did I want to go first? Straight across, I'm pretty sure, is the way I actually want to go here. For 2 reasons. One of them is more obvious than the other, even though we can't do anything with it yet. And these gargoyles here are very annoying enemies. Not really worth sitting there fighting unless they're directly in your path. Because if you can get away from them before they start shooting streams of fireballs at you, you're better off. Obviously. And that is what they do. They kind of shoot streams of fireballs at you. Now, if I'm not mistaken, up here... Yep, this is something we definitely wanted to get our hands on right here. Meet our second actual progression item. The boots of a non-offensive slide. You get the Mega Man slide with Simon Belmont here. You can do that now. Which, pretty damn useful in my opinion. I mean, some people may not think it's that big a deal, but I think it's pretty damn useful ability. Let's see, what else can we see down here since we're here? Ah, yes, here we go. One of the other things we actually need to look at around here. The shop. And he's going to give you a few hints here. Equip cards as a save point. This particular guy is playing music for us. Equip cards as a save point. He'll say various things. There is another save point down here. Some cards require other ability dysfunction, and you can have up to 3 of them at once. But he is a card salesman. If we hit him, he has... he can refill our hearts, which is actually kind of useful, but 25 gold is 25 gold. We can buy the curse card, which, if you actually take a hit point of damage, you are dead, but you get 3 times as much cash from enemies. You can see how often I'll be wanting that one. A corpse run, if you die, your money bag drops like in Shovel Knight. Meteor dash, in other words, when you're sliding, you're actually doing damage. Heavy boots, you no longer get knocked back. Blazing Stride, in other words, Blazing Stride means you walk and flames appear behind you. Critical hits and reveals damage values. Critical hits is kind of nice, don't get me wrong. Heart discount card means lower sub-weapon costs. Laurel card, all of these things, all these stopwatch cards basically double the effect or widens areas or makes them move slower. Or gives the holy water a fire trail behind it. The axe gets a bigger area. The knife, I think you get to throw 3 at once instead of just 1. We don't want any of these. We want to fight until I get a boomerang. And then we're going to need that card right there. But I need a whole bunch more money before I get that card. And in case you're wondering, this guy right here is an excellent spot to grind up some money. Sometimes. But he is right next to a save point, which if we had a card, we could activate the card right here. We do not. However, here, if I'm not mistaken, we're kind of stuck. We cannot go further down from here. There's a little problem. We cannot break these blocks. So we cannot move further forward here. It'd be nice, but we are not allowed to move any further forward here until we find a special something that will allow us to advance. Yeah, the game does that type of thing to us. So, we've managed to find the shop. We managed to do a thing. My plan is to cut off the recording here. Then I'm going to go back and I am going to grind up the money needed to buy the boomerang card, equip the sucker, and then I will pick back up and we will actually go all the way back around until we find the thing we actually need to equip. Hope everybody's happy about that. I mean, I kind of am. Besides, we needed that slide we needed the slide we picked up to allow us to actually get to the next progression item anyway. But yeah, I think this will do it for now. When I come back, I should be much poorer, but in possession of a card. So until then, take care, everyone.